Okay, let's see what the hell's going on. Okay, let's see who comes in. Good morning, Ann. Well, actually, for you, it'd be good. It would definitely be good morning. Yeah, I'm getting on a little later than normal. I just had to go and clean up. Whew, working late at night here, being laid off. Well, temporarily, but thought I'd go and do some work in the bathroom, which is another room that we have to finish. And they had a little piece of wood under our plate glass mirror, which, well, the mirror was glued to the wall. So me and my wife were talking about it, and I went and figure, oh, she's sleeping. I'll just go and slowly pry this piece of wood out, and it'll be done. Well, I almost got to the garage with that scrap piece of wood as I heard that 3x5 plate glass mirror go crashing down across the vanity in the bathroom. So I spent the last hour and a half cleaning glass up off the floor. Yeah, well, it happens. Ironically, we did talk about getting a framed mirror and putting it up that she wanted to have a different style. Well, now she has the chance. What's up, babe? But yeah, okay, yeah. I finish out my 24-hour day, shattering that mirror just before midnight. So Luckily, I had a heavy duty walled box that I got in a 5-gallon pail of paint in, and I used that to pick up all the glass pieces. I don't want the trash man getting cut. I know now, being a 3-week furlough, I know one of the 2 days a week that we have trash pickup, I know I'll catch him and I'll actually take it out there. I want to make sure that he knows that it's shattered glass, and if he grabs the box too hard, it'll go right through the box, even though it's a heavy duty box. Nah, I don't need to see my trash man getting cut. They're supposed to only take non-recyclables and stuff like that. They take whatever the community puts out, and they don't say nothing. So now you don't bite the hand that feeds you, supposedly, depending on which way you want to look at it. But like I said, they take whatever we put out, and I mean, unless it's a blatant environmental, you can't put batteries out or paint cans. Now you can put paint cans out if the lids are off and the paint's dry. They'll take those if the cans are white or open. There he is. What the hell's going on here? Hey, it might help if I turn the volume up on my earpiece here. So what are you up to? Uh-oh. He's attacking you.
They're rockers today.
Away from me, loser!
Hey, Jake.
Oh! Yeah. Oh!
I don't know his name, so don't talk to me.
That looks good, Jeff, boy. That's thank you. Uncle Jeff.
Hello.
Hey, what are you throwing? Stop it. Behave.
Yeah, we got Ann here. Angels Are We Nursery. That's Ann.
So, Ann. These guys are going crazy over here. It's about 4 p.m. Thursday.
Look at me.
You look like it sounded like you're in better spirits today. You were depressed last week. You were really down out.
It's possible.
Go too much food. Can you look this song? I picked your song. Can you spell Bodie hard back?
I just came on YouTube just not too long ago, and then I just saw your thing. It's a good timing.
Yep. No, I would have been on a lot earlier, but I shattered the mirror in the bathroom, so I had to pick it all up.
You really?
Yeah, well, I didn't intentionally break it, but there was a little piece of wood underneath, it wasn't doing nothing. The mirror was glued to the wall. Well, I took that piece of wood out, and the mirror slid down the wall and just shattered.
Ooh.
So yeah, I spent. You figure it's 1 a.m. my time, so I spent the last hour and 15 minutes to an hour and a half picking up little pieces of glass. Yeah. So yeah, that's a really good way to end the day.
Ouch. Sounds like fun.
Well, at least it's not clear glass. You can see it because it's a mirror. You can see all the little pieces. So you start from the outside and you pick up a little bit, and then you vacuum it up and you pick up a little bit more. That way you're not walking or kneeling on where glass was. Yeah. And our bathroom is actually ceramic tile, so it's not like it got stuck in the floor that would stab you in the knee or something.
Yeah.
So
I'm paranoid with glass. I've been cut by glass a lot. I don't like it. It's dangerous.
No. Hey. It comes with the job occupation. Ain't much you can do about it.
Yeah.
I've been cut by regular glass, by mirrors, by bottles. The bottle ones aren't fun.
Yeah.
Especially when somebody else is holding that bottle. That's not fun.
Yeah. I stepped on a wine glass before.
I'm gonna help you or I'll get stuck in there.
Hey,
Well,
Ezra,
I went and reorganized my monitors again.
oh, you did?
I think I'm it's better situated now. I think this will work out good.
Come help you.
Nice.
Come on.
New setup.
Let me switch to the other. Oh, I keep forgetting that this one won't swivel that way. Okay, what I need to do is loosen that one, turn this sideways. Okay. Oh, I didn't do it right. Turn that sideways. Turn that sideways.
What?
Oh, almost. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, we're
Calm down.
turn that sideways, loosen this one up, and then turn this, and now I can tilt this one up because she's in the other room right now. But that means I can also unplug this one and plug it into my monitor. Okay, which one is this one? Oh, see, there's definitely one problem with the system that I have. There's so many wires, you don't know what half the stuff is attached to. So you have to kind of like jiggle wires to see where they go to. Oh, that's that one.
I like that shout out William Newell did for you. I just found it last night.
Oh shoot, I haven't been on his channel in probably a week.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't been on anybody's channel really because I had to go and cancel all my support to everybody, and yeah, it's kind of, I could say it's kind of like I'm embarrassed to show up.
No.
So,
One more egg, or else there. One like this. Here.
okay, come on, you stupid monitor. Rather.
Hey, stop.
There it goes. Is it going to acknowledge my other camera? I hope it does. Oh, yeah, okay, good. It acknowledged it.
I
See, I changed how the whole desk is laid out. I can make sure I don't dump my beer bottle. See, before I had everything in this corner, but now I moved it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this right here, if I go and go to that camera right there, that's this one. So I can actually be like, I can do coin sorting. I can do everything. Like right here, I can tilt it out further if I wanted to.
Yeah. Nice.
And
Yeah, I like
and do a tabletop. Or I could also use this one as the camera I'm using, but I don't like it because it points over at her chair.
Yeah.
So that's why I got this one where,
I like that shirt.
yeah, my wife, she goes, you're not going to stream wearing that shirt. I'm like, why not? Yeah, there's some people that would, okay, yeah, I'm on that one over there. Yeah, there's some people that would get upset at this t-shirt. Yep, there we go. 150-year-old upright piano into a house. Well, I don't know about 150 years old, but I know my Aunt Tanya, we moved because, why is this? I'm still off center here. Hold on. I'm getting closer. That's because I have it in high definition right now. This right here, where are we at? Tilt this way, tilt my hand that way. I'm close. That wall right there, which to right to here, will actually be a green screen behind me. So this you won't see that little breach right there. I know the upright piano with all my cousins. Well, my Aunt Diane's, all her children, except for Michael. Michael liked getting into trouble, so he didn't have a need of a piano. He had need of a parole officer. That was a totally different story. But my aunt's 3 daughters all took piano lessons. So that piano was, they had it upright. I don't know how old it was, but quite honestly, if there's a harp inside of it, the outside wood is negligible on weight. It's that cast steel or cast iron. If it's old enough, probably 150 years old, it was probably a cast iron harp inside. And there are some 4-letter words that get uttered if you're not careful moving one of them. Because if you pinch a hand or aren't paying attention where your toes are, guess what? It has no conscience when it comes down.
Take out a toe.
Oh yeah, it'll let you know that you are not the boss. I never got into piano.
Mm-hmm.
Now I never played piano, but I played all kinds of the wind instruments, clarinet, saxophone. I did not play an oboe. I never really had the desire to play an oboe. Trumpet, trombone. I really wasn't the greatest at, but I could do the actual musical scale on trombone, which is not, everybody thinks, oh, you just get it close. It's not that easy. You get muscle reflexes. You learn where your arm has to be. So you figure all that stuff out. A sousaphone, a tuba. Never played the drums. Never played a guitar. And what's really funny is I play by memorization of the notes. What I hear versus, I mean, that's like me talking right now. What I hear is not what you hear. You hear my voice. I hear what my ears are changing it into. So my tone is totally off the wall for what I hear. If I record myself, I get a chuckle out of listening to myself. I kind of think it's funny.
That's me. Get off that.
Harmonica? No, actually, harmonicas are not easy to play, especially when you have uh, multiple levels and you have what do they call them? It's not multiple levels. You have multiple octaves you can have actually on one harmonica just by pushing buttons one way or the other, or whether you're inhaling or exhaling, and it changes the notes that are being played. And then you got them big, humongous ones that looks like an accordion. And those are the wild ones. You got volunteered. But now the accordion, that's a piano to me. It's a pipe organ that uses a keyboard and an air bellows. So it's still a piano. The finger placement, good luck. Now, what's ironic, I mean, the trumpet and the clarinet. My sister was very good at playing a clarinet, and she had the black ebony, and I had the sterling silver clarinet. So we actually at times if we were in our own rooms practicing, our mom would catch us. We would actually be playing duets. We're basically like dueling banjos, and we'd be playing back and forth. Yeah. And when we got done, somebody had to go to the bathroom, walk out real quick. And there's my mom sitting at the top of the steps listening to us. So I mean, my sister and I, we got good at playing. I mean, we didn't make no money at it. It was just school.
Yeah, but you guys could play together.
Oh yeah, it was. We had fun doing it.
Man, everyone in my family can play except for me, and they can play a little bit of the keys, a little bit the guitar, the bass, the drums. I just can't play at all. But I can write.
Don't worry. Like I said, I can't play. I can't go, and if I start what I'm playing, if I start it off key, the entire thing is off key because I can't hear if I'm playing off key.
Oh yeah.
I'm not really tone deaf. It's just my ears. Most people are tone deaf, just screech. Yeah. I'm totally off key.
What happened was in 1997, I taught my little brother how to play, Stand By Me.
Yeah.
And then I like La Bomba. I think there's When I Come Around by Green Day. Just some basic stuff, and maybe like 3 weeks later, he was playing more than me, and I never picked it back up. I think I tried to, and I got frustrated. I just never gave up. Yeah. But my mom could play. My dad's been playing his whole life since the 70s, and my brother has a band now.
See, Ann, my wife and I, we call it the old people musical instruments. It's a wind instrument that you only play as you're walking.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry. It might take you a second to figure that one out. And if you come to a stop, the wind instrument stops playing. Yeah, I kind of figured you'd pick that one up real quick.
How about some air drums? I can rock some air drums.
Yeah, but the problem is, I have this habit of leaning too hard on the fucking the top hat, and I forget about the fucking snare drum with the other hand. See, now the funny thing is, if I actually would have ear monitors in, and I mean, I don't have to hear the song in the background, but if I had ear monitors in that I'd only hear the beat, I could play the music.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I have this problem with eye, hand, foot, ear, and mouth coordination. Nothing stays in beat.
Yeah. I'll hold it for like 30 seconds, and then after that,
Yeah, that's about it.
I'll be at my own tempo.
Yep. Smule, what's that? Unless I just walked into a one-liner joke, which knowing me, that's highly possible. Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, karaoke, yeah.
Karaoke? Yeah, karaoke?
Karaoke.
Basically, it's a jukebox or a CD player that has an auxiliary input with a microphone, and then the music only plays the music part with no words.
That's what they like to do here when they drink after work. Go out to the karaoke.
Basically, what you end up doing is if you have a whole band there playing, they just play the music and you sing the words. Which I'm not going to stand out front and make an ass out of myself. I don't have to have music do that. I do that on a regular basis. Me, I'm way off key.
I could sing in the shower though.
I like sitting down in the tub, so that don't help me none.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna switch to the laptop.
Okay, doke.
Be right back.
We'll be here. Hey, you get a chance to check out Pogo yet? I'm just kind of curious. I mean, that's your choice. You want to get on there and play or not? I'm just kind of curious. Uh, as far as singing in the house, that usually doesn't last very long because either I'm watching a video or my wife's watching a video. So we rudely interrupt the other person while they're trying to watch a video. So it's one of us ends up shutting up, and it's usually me. But the problem is, though, the my musical inclinations usually come out a lot better with the more that I consume, and I get told I have to turn the volume of the radio down. Oh well. I don't know. Sometimes my wife says that she doesn't see any humor in some of the stuff I do. Well, that's probably because I was the one drinking, and that's why I thought it was funny. With all the medications she takes, she might like the family get together or Christmas or like a summer picnic, but that's about it. She don't no more. She takes her blood pressure and cholesterol and I don't even remember what the stuff is for anymore. Well, I never smoked. I used to chew tobacco. Well, it's actually 30 plus years I chewed tobacco. Uh, it, my mustache serves a dual purpose. It makes it that I actually have to wash my lip once in a while, but it also covers my teeth, which are the recipient of 30 plus years of chewing tobacco for what's left of them. So all these people go, hey, hey, nothing can happen. Okay, hey, there's always a chance that you won't develop some form of cancer from it. There's nothing that says you will, but I can tell you this right now, it will rot your teeth out, and I can prove it, and I can show it, and that's something I won't do right now. Now it's rather disgusting. Well, see, that's the other thing. It's each one carries its own hazards. It's not just like chewing tobacco. Okay, mouth, throat, and digestive system. Smoke, the inside your mouth, and then of course your esophagus and your lungs, and of course every now and then you swallow the smoke because you're not paying attention. But it's not something nice because my grandfather smoked a pipe, and that's what he went down for. He was 64. He was 64 years old. Well, shit, my wife was in her late 50s when she had to go in for chemo and radiation treatment and all that stuff. Yeah, my dad was 76 when he died last Thursday. So, because I have his obituary hanging on the wall directly in front of me right here. So he was 76 years old. That's part of life. It's a very sad day for me, but it's still part of life. That's one of those things that God says you ain't getting out of. Thank you. But with all that's going on and everything that had happened, he's doesn't have to deal with the shit that we have to. So I know he's better off than we are. What's up, Arnie? Howdy do. What brings you around at 1:26 a.m.? Well, at least Central Time. What you up so late at night? I mean, me, I never sleep, but see, eventually, no, you're not alone. Eventually, EVG will hopefully pop in here. Well, because normally, well, right now I'm furloughed for 3 weeks. It's only a temporary thing. I hope. The company's getting money from the government by me being listed as furloughed and not laid off. So, if come 3 weeks and they say, "Well, hey, there's no job," guess what? It gets reported to the government real quick, and not by me. It'll be reported by Texas to the federal government. But anyway. My job is second shift, sort of night shift. I usually on slow time of the season, I'm usually working 8.5, 9 hours a day. So I usually go in about 3 and I get off 11:30, 12 o'clock. But when we really start going all out, that they need everybody there to keep stuff running. I'm there from usually like 3:15, 3:30, and I could be there up to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So that's I don't say I work second shift, I work night shift. So when I'm done, when I come home, there's no way that going all out in the evening and nights and then come home, we'll just go to bed and get up in the morning. First off, if I would go and sleep at night and then get up in the morning and do stuff around the house for 8 hours, then go to work for another 10 hours, I'd never make it to the end of the 10 hours. So I sleep during the daytime. My wife don't like it, but yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff in my area never really shut down. They kind of did the social distancing thing, so they didn't have to. So it actually worked out pretty good. The thing that really got hit hard is you look at it, beauty salons of any kind, nails, hair, facials, you name it, barbershops, boutique barbershops, stuff like that. We got a couple of them around here. If you tell them and they cut your hair exactly the way you want it, the guy that's there, he does his own. Hopefully he never dies. You come in 2 months later, he goes, "Hey, I remember you want the same haircut." Boom, boom, boom. It's exactly the same way. The guy is excellent on cutting hair. That and our TGI Fridays and Buffalo Wild Wings and all that stuff. Yeah, a lot of them you can order out. It's not the same thing. You go down to TGI Friday, you get the family there hooping and hollering and carrying on, and a couple Pilsners got down, and you're doing pretty good. You always have fun. But those kind of things, they're opening up at 25% starting This Friday. They're going to start up. They're going to actually. Nah, you can't. That's like with my dad passing away on Thursday. My sister's birthday was Saturday, and it didn't. I can't say it didn't feel right, but I sent her a message on Saturday. I said a lot of people would think it's inappropriate with our father just passing away. But I told her, I said, he's the reason why we're here. Happy birthday. So, and my sister's only 2 years, 5 months, and 11 days younger than me. So, I know she knew exactly what I meant by that statement. Just wish it would have been under better circumstances. Let's switch over to that one. And get this one to be focused back down here again. Just a little bit. I don't need it flopping around like that. There we go. So then that will be if I do coin roll hunting. And that's where that one will stay. And this is my regular stream one. Well, my brother, my only brother. I don't know why I said youngest. The youngest in the family. He's 10 years younger than me. Andrew's 46. Well, just turned 46 in January. My sister just turned 54. Well, of course, May 2nd. And me, I'm the old fart. What's up, Oz? Yeah. Well, we've had good days and we've had bad days. Just chilling out, having a beer or two after breaking the plate glass mirror in the bathroom accidentally. Actually, I didn't break it. It fell off the wall. So, But yeah, you're right. I know what you're talking about. Nah, it was one of those things. There was a piece of wood. The mirror was glued with construction adhesive to the wall. So once I pull in the corners, like, no, this thing's secured real good. There's this little piece of wood underneath. So we're like, well, let's get rid of that piece of wood. And I'll put the regular clips on there, and it'll mount it properly. It'll look nicer that way instead of jury rigged with this piece of baseboard molding. So I go and take the corner of it. I get my little chisel and I pop the little corner out, and I twist the board as I'm pulling so it's not pushing up on the glass. So it kind of like corkscrews out. So like I get it all out. It's like, man, I did pretty good. I didn't break the mirror. Yeah, this is awesome. So I grab that. I pick up all my tools and everything, and I go walking to take the garbage out into the garage, and I heard this whoosh. I'm like, no way in hell did this just happen. So I set the stuff down on the floor, and I hear my wife yell out, "You all right?" I'm like, "Dear, I'm in the living room." She goes, "Was that the mirror?" I said, "Yeah." So now she gets to choose the mirror that she originally said she wanted to change the mirror in the bathroom when we paint everything. So now she has a choice. Ouch. Well, we have to wait till all this stuff is done. We'll get everything else done in this area. I got the 2 bedrooms and the 2 bathrooms. I want to get all the holes patched up, the old computer outlets and old telephone lines. There ain't nobody uses a telephone line in this house. We have 2 cell phones, hers and mine. The only time they get used is if I'm at work or if she's over at the kid's house. Other than that, ain't no phones get used in this place. So all the wires were already ripped out and everything. Now I got these holes in the wall, these rectangular holes in the wall. It's like, well, I could do a little patch thing with some old drywall that I have from a wall I knocked out. So I'm patching all these little holes and spackling it all up, and then it's all going to get painted, paint up the baseboard molding. And just like this room, I could see where the seam was. That was my first attempt at doing textured walls. And, well, it is what it is. Now, what I got to figure out is 7 Days to Die, from what I understand, has in-game voice chat. So we'd have in-game voice chat, and then we'd have to. That's American Pale Ale, I believe. That's just an American ale. Come on, focus. Come on. There it goes. I was catching up the image of her pegboard behind there. Yeah, I got to watch out. The other night I was doing too good. And the more drank, the louder I got. My wife said that at least I was arguing pleasantly. So I got to watch that I don't drink too much. Otherwise, I get loud. And then my wife will yell at me, "Hey, what's up, T&O?" I like this. I got three different text feeds, depending on which monitor I look at here. I have the one that's in StreamYards, which if you rely on that one, shoot, the people talked like about 45 seconds beforehand. I got the one from YouTube, the YouTube studio, and that one is, I'd say 8 to 10 seconds behind. And then I had the live feed off my broadcast, and that one I have over on the right. So that's the one that if somebody types, I see it. Whereas that's where a lot of people, when they're streaming, they have that delay before the answers because they don't see it right away. Like I'm on low latency, so that'd be like a 12-second delay on text. And so far, I haven't seen any buffering circles, so I'm doing pretty good on that. For a while there, because I actually have fiber optics in the neighborhood, but with more people that are on, it just overloads the system. So I had to go from ultra low down to regular low latency, and now it seems to be running pretty decent. But yeah, I did mine. What was it, like a 43-second quick trailer about trying to kill one of the zombies in 7 Days to Die, saying that the horde is active up in Wisconsin, and wondering how long it's going to take for them to get down here to Texas, and because I've seen a couple undead, and I wonder how long they'll be here. 7 Days to Die, and then it went to black screen. I thought it was kind of cute. See, now if there's in-game audio, rather, I say in-game communication, not audio. Of course, there's going to be audio. Who wants to play a game that doesn't have any sound to it? What's up, Gunner? Well, it's not like we really have to worry about getting to sleep so we can be to work on time. I knew a Gunner in Indiantown Gap. Because I was always maintenance in the Marine Corps and the National Guard. So the base warrant was at Chief 5. That was Jack Knoll. I can't remember Gunner's name, though. Because it was so funny because I was maintenance and I'd come out with the ordnance bomb on my dress uniform, and everybody yelled at me, say I can't wear that. It's like, oh yeah, I can. Go look at my papers in my file. I can wear the castle, I can wear ordnance, and I can wear the supply insignia, which is the wagon wheel. I could wear all three of them. And when I was at Indiantown Gap, I had the ordnance bomb on, and people always get cranked up about it. You can't wear that. It's like, oh yes, I can. It's actually listed right there in my paperwork. Go look. Gunner knew his shit. That's all I'll say to that. He if you want to discuss tactics, he was the person you wanted to sit down and suck his brain dry. And I can see why they were so limited in the Marine Corps. But anyway, so what is everybody else up to? Just like that said, as far as how many people are on this late at night. No, not tonight. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to play Star Wars tonight. I just wanted to get on the game and rather get on live stream and just see what was going on and just chill out. Because like I said, it's just before I got on, I got done with picking up all the glass and I put the vacuum cleaner and everything away. And I just didn't have the urge to play any kind of video games tonight. I just wanted to chill out and see who was on. Get the word out that 7 Days to Die is going to be coming in the evenings. Just have to work out the logistics of it because there's at least one person I know that'll be playing it. And I know I can broadcast on Streamlabs. We could actually could broadcast it on StreamYard. But I don't know how well that would work out though. Because if I go, let's see here, view on YouTube, will it let me go? Oh, I don't need feedback. Whoa, okay. You know what? It might actually work out pretty good. Atkins. I probably met somebody by that name in the military, but offhand, because I've been in. I probably have to say every Marine Corps base in the U.S. or Marine Navy Reserve Center or stuff like that. Most reserve centers I've been to, military reservations, I've been to all of them in continental U.S. With the exception of those areas that they say don't exist. There's only a couple of them I know where they're at. And I don't anymore because my clearance has been revoked for many years. But back then I had access to them. I had the official little white card with the little yellow stripe on the back that was their crazy numbers. That's what they had to look for. Well, the reason why the numbers have gone down because of the beer virus is because most people can't figure out where the ignition key needs to go after they've had too many. Okay, guys. But at the time I was in the military, I had a lot of fun. Because I was in the Army National Guard, which was Oh God. 80 and 91, 01. 10 years after my discharge out of the Marine Corps, I went back in. I couldn't go into the Marine Corps because of some BS red tape that my ex caused, but it's not that I can do about it. So, oh well. But so I went back into the National Guard. Well, I ended up the guy that was the recruiter there when he retired. I helped him a lot for active duty special work and basically active duty as a recruiter's assistant. So when he retired, the Master Sergeant Tim Chisholm, when the recruiter retired, said, well, hey, Jeff, you know how everything runs around there. Would you have any problem doing it until we decide otherwise? I'm like, no, I have no problem doing it. So I used to do the recruiting and all that stuff for that. And there was a detachment down, about half an hour away in a little place called Doylestown. They were an ADA, Air Defense Artillery Unit. They were a detachment out of Easton, which ironically, that's where originally when I was married to my ex, we lived in Easton. So I knew all about 213th ADA. Well, anyway, so there was one time we had to go down and I had to take a couple of the candidates of high school down on a Saturday to take the ASFAB. Well, I found out that from my old drill instructor from the Corps, reschedule the ASFAB 1 week. I'm like, okay, it's like, okay, what do you want me to reschedule this ASFAB test for 1 week? Do it the next Saturday? He goes, do it. You'll figure it out when you arrive. So I'm like, okay. It's like, well, I mean, there I'm sitting there. I'm a sergeant. He's a gunny. It's like, okay, I know he ain't gonna bullshit me. So okay, I go to the headquarters and I tell Master Sergeant, say, hey, these individuals, some things popped up. I need to have the ASFAB testing, if you could, reschedule for the following weekend down there at the Willow Grove Naval Air Station. He goes, why do you want it to have it scheduled for the following week? You know there's an air show going on then, don't you? I said, no, why? He goes, yeah, I know why you're doing it. Well, what it ended up being was the two guys that I took down there to do the ASFAB to come into my unit, because I brought them on base. They got to sit in the bleachers and watch the Blue Angels fly out of Willow Grove NES, which I got pictures of that saved up in my album in the bedroom. That was the high point of my 12 years in the military. And these two young kids actually, once they shut the jets and everything down, because I was there in full uniform, they got to walk out and they actually got to look at the Blue Angel planes. They had 1 through 5 there, and it was something phenomenal. Those kids, they didn't shut up the whole way home. And actually, both of them did pass the ASFAB test too. But I think that was pretty awesome. All kinds of crazy stuff. Hey, not just them, me. How many people actually get to go out? I mean, normally, even if you go to, that's like, I think it was May. Actually, I think it was May 2nd, my sister's birthday. They had the Thunderbirds and the Blue Angels fly a squadron event up over New York City. But how many people actually get to, in a lifetime, actually get to be on the airport property and the tarmac where the planes are? Usually you have somebody there and the guns they're carrying are not empty, or rather say they're not blanks. They're definitely not empty. I mean, you're looking at a $5 million plane staying in front of you. And for us, there was 5 of them sitting there. So, but yeah, they're like, well, why, what, wait, well, when are we going to take the test? I said, just sit down and just pay attention. So they finally, all of a sudden, the captain came walking out, did his little fancy dancy ceremonial walks and nice and everything perfect and all that stuff, came up to the podium and he announced himself that I forget exactly what he was, but for the Blue Angel. And the kids are like, Blue Angels, Blue Angels, we got Blue Angels, Blue Angels. And right after he said that, the solo pilot came right. I mean, he was, he was low enough. His landing gear was down. So it was neat. They went right by the hangar. The only thing they could not do was a vertical takeoff because they would be over civilian airspace, and that would get them grounded, and they would have their wings pulled. So they could not do a vertical takeoff, but they can go near vertical, and they did. When they tilted that nose up, you could actually feel the jet wash going across the runway, and that hot jet wash would actually blew up into the hangar with us. You could feel it. Oh shoot, you'll be mailing forever, EVG. That's just the way it works. I knew eventually that if I kept on talking about 7 days to die, eventually you'd show up. Oh, well, I did. I looked earlier. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, I can understand that. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, there's some other things that were discussed before too. But I did change my layout of my monitors, my cameras, and everything here, and I think it's going to be more beneficial to me doing anything really. It's a little bit more comfortable. When I was over this way, my belly cut that I put in here, I had originally set the monitors up incorrectly, so it limited my space in front of me. So I moved a couple of them around, and now I actually have a lot more room than what I started out with. And because my 2 Dell monitors, cover your ears, EVG, so you don't hear it. My 2 Dell monitors, I'm glad that they can pivot and rotate on the X, Y, and Z axis, that I can kind of like tuck them into a corner and actually use unused space. I can understand. I can understand computer and phone gibberish. I do it every single day of my life because I can type something to my wife on my cell phone or on the computer, and before I hit enter, it's exactly the way I want it spelled, and the computer corrects it to what it thinks I mean. Yeah, my wife just told me if I'm going to stream, I need to go and change this T-shirt. I shouldn't have it on, but even though it's my favorite one, I got it. I bought it from a master sergeant that's special forces in the Marine Corps. And I'm like, now it's my shirt. I ain't giving it the fuck up. And I'm wearing it wherever I damn well please. She goes, no, you're not. I'm like, yes, dear. So I'll be right back. And we unmute the microphone. Now, I gotta see how loud that is. No, that volume sounds good. It's always neat that I can watch my broadcast. Not always. 99% of the time, but not always. She lets me have my moment every now and then. But yeah, when the mirror came down in the bathroom, it took out our Galveston Island little surf chair. It just shattered it. Oops. Sequestration, that thing go. And it's like that. There we go. This is what it used to look like. Well, it ain't no more. Well, I think probably the biggest saving grace to this happening now is my wife was not in the bathroom. Like, say I would have taken that board out and it stayed up all night. Then tomorrow, later on today, actually this morning, while I go to bed, and all of a sudden my wife is in the bathroom and the mirror comes down. Nah, I'd rather come down and me pick it up tonight. Yeah, it's annoying, but that's about it. It makes me happy that it crashed while she wasn't in there. Actually, that nobody was in there. Actually, it didn't even damage the wall. All it did was broke that little. That's actually plastic. Kids got it from Galveston Bay. That on. Shoot, you ain't the only one, Arnie. I mean, yeah, people say, "Oh, it's overblown." It could be. Oh, actually, the stream. What I did I was just doing it as a short play. I didn't think about it that I could actually kick it off as a recording. So what I was actually only did was like, I think it was a minute and a half, just short of 2 minutes. And what I did was when I got done, when I died by that one big undead, when I shut the stream down, I downloaded it and went back in and edited it just like Texas was being invaded by the Horde. And there's a new one up there on my video, back basically using that track from that little 2 minute live stream. That's all I actually played was for like 2 minutes. And I went walking down the road and I had my stone club with me, and I saw him and he came barrel assing at me. I started backing up and swinging, and I finally knocked him down. And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, I got him." And I turned sideways, and he got back up, and that was it. And all of a sudden, the screen went red, then went black, and boom, that was it. That was the end of the little trailer I did. I do need to come up with an intro and an exit for little things like that when I do. Oh, don't worry, we'll get there. That I know for sure. Hold on, Milo's hearing things. I'll be right back. What you hear? Huh? What you hear? Ain't nothing out there. Nothing gonna hurt you. Oh, you saw you hear pussycat outside? Huh? I'll be back. That's the other dog that's whining now. Oi, oi. I had to take the other shirt off, so. So I had to go and put my oath of office shirt on. I mean, there's so much craziness going on, and you got the haves and the have-nots. You have the government officials that are posturing, and you got a lot of the individuals are crying, "Oh, you're violating my constitutional rights." They're only looking at half of it. I got 12 years in the military. The constitutional rights, if they would like to read them, is yes, we are granted many of them. But also says a lot of these rights are God given and they're not given by the government. But we'll get into that a different time and topic and subject to be discussed. The problem that a lot of people don't understand about constitutional rights is everybody has the same rights, but that does not give them the right to go and interfere with somebody else's constitutional rights. So it's one of them double-edged swords that people need to watch out about. I mean, if take here's a good thing, because this would never happen. Take EVG and me, okay? Say both of us met, and I decided I didn't want to wear a mask, and I was standing in front of EVG. By me doing what I want to do, saying I have the right that I don't have to, I'm violating his rights, saying that he has a constitutional right to protection. So it's a lot of people don't look at this. Forget what the government says. You look at Texas. Actually, read up what our governor and lieutenant governor said. They said about these counties and cities that says they're going to fine and imprison people for not wearing masks. My governor said that will not happen. That is against their constitutional freedoms. That came from my own governor and lieutenant governor. Both said it live. So it's not like you can erase it. It's recorded everywhere. But we all need to try and delay or prevent the spread of this. And if wearing some kind of scarf or something over your face prevents you from something coming out with the virus, or somebody goes towards you, prevents the virus from coming in, that's really violating your constitutional rights. I think we have a moral obligation. Screw this government and all this other shit, because EVG and I talked about, we had this one guy was told me that I was a 56-year-old, I don't know my ass from a hole in the ground individual during one of my live streams, saying that I don't know the difference between socialism and communism. Well, I hate to tell this, buddy, but he was born in the United States and never experienced it, and I could tell him from my mom and all my aunts and my grandmother, who is now dead. I can tell them what communism is like. It's not something you want to experience. If you're in good graces, fine. If you're not, you disappear. That's where everybody gets a laugh when everybody goes and they start out with their statement, go KGB. No, it's actually communism. You would just disappear. That's the lifestyle they want to live. Hey, I can tell them where to move to. Yeah, if you were in their graces, you were fine. As soon as you were against them, uh, sometimes they might give you one chance to uh, make things right, but you'll never be back at the top of their list. You'll always be watched. But anyway, never take that out of the equation. That's called politics. They always do that. And just some are better at hiding it than others. That's all. I mean, you tell me how a good majority of the people in the United States that disagree with some of the politicians, and how are those politicians still in office? Because it's very easy to get elected. It's very hard to get kicked out. Plain and simple. That's the reason why. Oh God, that'll have another David Crenshaw in there. Starts out with good intentions, then as soon as he gets into the system and he finally figures out how to play the system, he's just another one of them damn politicians. EVG, how could you say that? Ay ay ay. Look, you say it like my grandmother. Oi. She had one short word. Well, you got the problem. If you take out all the rich, where are you going to get your money from? Because just because you take them out doesn't mean that you get their money. And the other problem is by taking out the top end. Anarchy breeds anarchy. That's not a good thing. Actually, looking at it that way, yes, EVG, that would be funny. Because then actually you could tell them, no, the Russians are not influencing me. And what are they going to say? All they'd be able to do is stand there and go, you're lying, and you go, niet. What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, you want a translation? No. See, to me, it's like we have too big of a government state. You look at it that 3 out of 5 people work for the government of some level of the government. 3 out of 5. That means only 2 out of 5 work for the private industry. Yes, I agree with that. Actually, I even said it for higher than that. But there's only one problem. The politicians will never, ever, until the United States is no longer a United States, vote for it. Because if you would say that all they can ever get from the population of the United States is 15%, they would never be able to vote on their budget or their pet projects or all their other crap and bullshit that they pass through and we pay for. That they would never vote for it. Actually, I do believe Ted Cruz proposed it in the Senate. A year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that. And they didn't even get it on. It never even got onto the floor. Well, yeah, they can't do their little pet projects, so they'll never vote it in. But the only problem is, though, you got 480, if I'm not mistaken, 480 people that you have to evict out of Washington, D.C. And that includes the Supreme Court. Ain't going to happen. But that's also one of the reasons why we're supposed to be having the Electoral College, and some people are appointed, some people are elected, and all the other happy hullabaloo that happens every 2 to 4 years, depending where you're talking about federal, state, presidential, and so on and so forth. But apparently it doesn't really matter. But yeah, you're right. They're bought and paid for. Every single one of them. Because I'll tell you this right now. If, say if you go, let's take a flat, even number. Say everybody in Congress makes $100,000 a year. Now, before you say it, Artie, yes, I know other people make a lot more than that, but use that number as a conversation piece. Say everybody would make $100,000 a year. And it was voted that there would only be a 15% tax that can be collected by the federal government. They would never be able to vote themselves a pay raise. They would say that our Social Security is bankrupt last year because they didn't have no money to put back into it because they already spent it. If you look at the percentages of spending on tiers, we would have no military, which sometimes that's a good thing. Not bashing. I mean, I'm right here. I'm wearing it, so I'm not bashing it. Sometimes that'd be a good thing. The lobbyists that currently exist today would be abruptly out of business because there'd be no money to spend on them. There would not be no discretionary fund. So that's, well, they do say that history repeats itself. How long did it take for the Roman Empire to fall? 300 years? Nothing's indefinite except for God, or infinite, depending on which way you want to word it. Because I always got it. I always got it into. Well, I'll hold that for judgment. Because right now we're in. I mean, you figure my age. I'm 56. I've seen a lot of different weird, stupid bullshit, but in the past 30 years, it has basically escalated vertically. How can we go from, in my early years, go from a $500 million fiscal deficit, million, not billion or trillion, $500 million deficit on the fiscal budget passed by the federal government, to having, was it now $16 trillion? How can we get that to that point? Somebody did just go snap a finger and it just happened. All these people down there, Washington D.C., are the ones that did it. I ain't gonna touch the Ronald Reagan subject because no. EVG, they would not know what to do. Quite honestly. Because they could not say that you're a Russian spy, because you're telling them that you migrated here from Russia for a better life. And you lived the liberal socialist way, so that's why you're not running as a liberal. You're running as a conservative. Yeah, I don't think their diminutive little brains would be able to comprehend that. The contradictory statement that exists right there. Yeah, I'd go for that, Arnie. EVG for president. Have Jenny for president. Oh, I was just reading your earlier comment that you typed in there, EVG, saying about that the government gave you an awesome grant to keep your business going. Dallas County, where if you zoom in, because you have my address. I don't know how the hell did you lose it, but we'll discuss that later on. You have my address. If you actually put it into Google Maps, you can see where my house actually is in Grand Prairie. And if you look due east of my house on that actual map, the next crossroad east of me is actually the Dallas County line. If you are in Dallas County, the Dallas County commissioners voted saying that the tenants in a rental property in Dallas County are no longer required to pay rent for the next, I think, 3 months. That sucks. The utilities will still collect their money. The government of all different levels will still collect their taxes. But you, as a business owner, like you're saying, if you're a landlord, oh, go fuck yourself. You don't need the money. You're independently wealthy. I'm like, where the hell are they getting off saying that the landlord does not need his money, but the utility companies do? That's an extortion racket. Why do the government need the government? They got nobody working. Everybody's staying at home. So what do they need the money for? Yeah, well, actually, oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you couldn't do it for president. Well, actually, if we get, I do believe it is 3/4 of the state, we could do a constitutional amendment and change that EVG. If Obama can get in as president, so can you. But we just have to make it legal. Oh yeah, if they're month to month, that's what ours are. Yes, you're correct. I could just say you need to get out, but then I have no money. So if they're in there, I have no money. But mine are 900 miles away. So if I tell them to get out, by the time I get up there, I ain't gonna have much left at the house. I mean, if they're actually good people, yes, I will. But if they're out of there and the people in the neighborhood find out that house is empty, that's it. They'll trash it, which that sucks. Well, I don't know about targeting small businesses. I believe it's the government's getting richer and everybody else gets screwed. Because the company I worked for, the only way they got any money from the government is to furlough me. They can't lay me off. And if they would, after 3 weeks, saying that they no longer need my services, then they have to give all that money back. So I think this is like, if you look at I think it was the Chicago mayor that they did a live broadcast of her stupidity, saying that they're going to arrest and throw people in jail, which that she's outright saying that she's going to violate everybody's constitutional rights for something that is not a requirement. It's a recommendation by the CDC. It's not a requirement. It never was. Who's insured? about my company laid me off, and they'd have, and if they fire me, they'd have to get the money back. We're a privately held company that has no government contracts. If we don't have any freight to move, the company goes belly up. There's no insurance. I've heard many people say that, and I quite honestly, I'd like to see where that comes from. If you're a government entity or a union, yeah, there's insurance for it. But if you're a private industry, no. I know many work for many companies. I know many millionaires. That's only if you're in a clique with the government. Got 3 out of 5 people work for the government. That's where that insurance comes in. For the company that I work for, not I'm speaking serious here. This company I work for, I get me as an employee every year, November 1, every employee gets a complete financial statement from the people we work for. We're privately held industry owned by the employees. This thing is basically a short version of Gone with the Wind when you get it. If you can read it in a couple days, good luck. This is a major report. And we get a report every year come November 1st of where our money has gone. There's no insurance to cover us from a disaster, whether it be man-made or worldly type disaster, flood, tornado, or otherwise. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I won't disagree with that one. Well, see, the thing that I got out, and quite honestly, I don't know if you could say it's a good thing or a bad thing. The only thing that I pay monthly is my utilities, including those rentals. We own them. So if we would go that the people can't pay and then they get told to get out. Well, we can always just say, well, hey, if you're going to stay here, you need to come up with X amount of money, and we'll keep you here. Because quite honestly, the three families we have in our rentals, they're relatively good as far as keeping up to, even though we're 900 miles away. All our properties we own. There is no mortgage on them, no deed, no nothing. Actually, well, there is a deed because we own them, but we own everything. That's probably our only saving grace about what's going on right now. But the problem I'm worried about is if the property would be vacant, that it would get stripped by vandals. That's the only thing that really concerns me right now. Let's see here. Green screen. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Well, plain and simple. I on the grill I did pork short ribs. Oh, they taste so damn good, but they cause me problems. Oh yeah, no, I understand exactly what you're talking about. No, you're in your situation. Yes, you are 100% correct. There's other things that I don't tell anybody about. I prefer to go back to work. I don't have to go back to work. I prefer to go back to work because if I don't go back to work, there's a finite end to the finances, and I want it to be that whether my wife or myself or both of us would pass away, all of our children would benefit from the life that my wife and I lived. But that's about as far as I'll go on making that statement known. That's why she says you will not buy boxes of $50 out of the bank account. I have to buy it out of my money. So well, she keeps me honest. I still say you have to deal with them big ass fucking bugs down in Florida. So that's why I like Texas better. In Texas, all you have to do is worry about the heat. Usually comes like end of July through the month of August, maybe a little bit in the beginning of September, and you have to worry about them prop airplanes that come buzzing by you, them big ass mosquitoes. Well, you can hear them, so you can get to them before they get to you. That's all you got to worry about. Got to figure out some way to get that big ass boat from up there down to Florida. See that boat? It all depends on how you want to look at it. I mean, that boat down there could actually be your golden cow. That could be your moneymaker. You never know. So that amount of money that you have spent to have it transported down there, you never know. Especially in these times. These times, transporters of water going vessels, those kind of flatbeds that would transport something like that, they're looking for work because nobody is shipping nothing. So you might cut a great deal. You never know. I had to try. Consider the fact that I'm in the transportation industry, I had to try. I gotta see this. Her phone would wake her up as soon as the bank alert would say there's an excessive amount withdrawn from the bank account. That's as far as that one will go. But it would be fun. Take care, Arnie. You know what? I never checked my lottery tickets. Let me see if I can buy that boat tonight. Let me go check my lottery tickets. Let's see here. Today is now Thursday, so it'd be Powerball, and nobody won it. No. I'm still just as poor as everybody else. Oh, and to answer your questions, actually not your questions, your statements before. Yeah, I've seen that, and yeah, I heard that too. I don't see how they could be, but everybody this. Well, if you don't like it, goodbye. But I seen the other things that happened too, so. I understood the meaning of what you texted me. Per se. Texted, email, same thing to me. Where did that penny come from? Huh, it's in the wrong container. Hold on, be right back. Okay, I'm back. I wish all this stuff would just kind of like get over with. I mean, I'm not to me. If I can't stand on the bottom of the body of water and breathe with my head out the top, I don't like it. Okay, I never was a water person. I grew up in the country, and part of my life was actually in the mountains of Pennsylvania. So your gold claim, your property up there, that's nothing. You can keep your boat. If I have a flotation device on in the boat, that wouldn't bother me. As long as I know it's a valid flotation device, I really wouldn't care. Now, I would not be in the boat without it being on. I tell you that much right now. No. But as far as me being on land, being in the mountains, that wouldn't bother me. My parents' house that I grew up on, their spring house was a real live spring house where you actually they had a trap door and you could get blocks of ice and lower them down into the storage bin and keep blocks of ice in the spring house. Think about the temperature that I'm talking about. That's why I have a flotation device on. Me and the water don't like each other. No. But that spring house, what we used to do is we start from the bottom of the property, and you put on your beater sneakers, no socks, roll the cuffs of your pants up, and see how far you could get before you stepped out of the water. You'd walk up that spring, and you know what? That shit was ice water. By the time you got to the top, there was no color in your feet. You got into the spring house, you could actually stand there, and the water level inside that spring house was just above your knees. It was below your, so you didn't have to worry about that, but it was above your knees. And if you went into that water by yourself, you better have a way to pull yourself back out because your legs went numb. It was that cold. So the Colorado, that wouldn't bother me. I can tolerate it. So that's why your claims intrigue me. Because you'd have 70s and 80s where the humidity, because of all the grass and everything around you, the humidity was high, but then you'd actually see that steam running down through the valley coming because of the spring that was running down through the property. You'd see the steam in the summertime. It was that cold. It was awesome. I don't know. Your boat is your island. You go down with it. So that's the reason why I actually have an actual flotation device that would hold me. And you'd be amazed at how fast I can climb up on top of that captain's deck up at the top. You'd be amazed at how fast I can climb one of them damn things. And I'm probably one of the few people that know. When if the boat's going down, they try and jump. No. Go the direction that it is going down. Because if you try to go the other way, it's going to suck you under. Oh, I know that. You said about your boat is your island, you go down with it. It's like, no. No, I don't go down with nothing. But, like I said, your claims, that intrigues me. That I like that idea. I know I will never be able to talk my wife into it unless I actually would be able to get a motorhome and have enough fuel and the necessities and park it right at the edge of the property where she can stay in the motorhome while we were out on the claim. Then she would consider it if I would have enough money to pay for the satellite internet connection, because it would not be cellular, so I'd have to be a satellite internet connection. Let's see here. Today's May 7th. We're actually looking at next, not tomorrow. Well, it was after 3 a.m. So actually today is Thursday. Not next Friday or Saturday, right? Not this Friday or Saturday. Next Friday and Saturday, the fire ants are actually going to be shooting pyrotechnics out at Nelson's fireworks property. It's got like 55 acres out there, and they have a permit to shoot. I'm hoping that the state allows the shit to go through, because I still have to try it out this weekend, but I should be able to take this camera, which I know you know which this one is. I have a 922. Take this camera right here and hook that up to her Lenovo with my cell phone as the modem and actually broadcast my live stream in the evening while we do the fireworks show. Which that should be pretty awesome. I just put my fingerprint on the lens. I can't believe I did that. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, I'm good. Well, that's the only way my wife would be out there. And if she would agree to go out, she would find a way to get internet out there. She has the ability. Well, I'll just leave it at that. She has the ability. That's why I just, okay, dear, that's what you want. I mean, I'll argue my point to a certain level, and then I just back off. Some things I just keep my mouth shut on. I guarantee you I could hit a satellite out there. They just don't advertise them. Over Colorado? There's actually, over Colorado, there's actually 3 satellites that are over Colorado. They just don't advertise them. I know they're there. Trust me. They just don't talk about them. Yeah. I won't type it, but I'll tell you this much right now. Cheyenne Mountain is within visual sight of the satellites that are overhead. So if you look up Cheyenne Mountain, You'll understand why I'm saying there's satellites over the top. They are not advertised, and they never will be for the satellites, but they're there. Depends on when you try to hook up. Depends on what you put in for the information to hook up with, but they're there. I'd have to make a couple phone calls, but then again, think about yeah. Well, actually, they might actually block it too. So it could go both ways. I'm just thinking about that. They might actually prevent you from getting anything out in that area, which actually I think that would suck. We're paying their damn paychecks. If I could ever talk my wife into doing it, she'll rough it. But talking her into doing it. That's like with what's going on right now. I think Tuesday, it'll be Tuesday night. Was the first time in probably several months that she actually walked outside the house to go to the mailbox. She'll walk out in the backyard, but she won't go out front. But actually, the first time, like Tuesday night, I think it was, that she actually walked out to go to the mailbox. So, well, the only show that she would watch, it was on there, would be The Walking Dead, which, I mean, you get along with her real good on that one. But everything else that she watches, she doesn't watch TV. She watches Yahoo. She watches YouTube websites, YouTube videos. So without internet, she's cranky. Trust me, she's cranky. She was out there cooking the evening meal, and I just walked out of there. She was like halfway through. I know how long it takes for her to do the stuff. Well, I come in here, I figure I'm going to go and take all the stuff off of my computer counter here, stretch all the cables out, make everything look nice and neat, clean up all the, vacuum the dirt and everything up, and I go and unplug the modem. As soon as I did do that, I turn around, she's standing there. She goes, well, I figure I'd come in here and just play around on the computer for a little bit. I'm like, the modem takes 10 minutes to reboot, and I just unplugged it. She was not happy. That was the very first thing that I rearranged the wires and made sure it all hooked back up before I hooked up my computer. I'll just have to get one of them big ass long extension cords and plug it in from down in the city. She'll tell me, figure it out. Wait till I send her the cost of all the repeaters to make that mile or several mile long cable functional. That'd be a hell of a lot of repeaters to get that internet all the way up to there. Well, if it gets down to that point, then she won't be going with. I'll deal with it when that time arrives. See, the other thing I'd be dealing with is I'd also have to work everything around my shooting the local cities fireworks shows because usually they start like May till middle of July, beginning of August. Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm back. What I think would be kind of funny is we would probably have an enjoyable time, and our wives probably would have an enjoyable time too, because while we aren't there, they'd be conniving to figure out what they're going to do to us next. I grew up with it. I know how it works. Now here's an interesting here. Totally change of pace, because I looked up and I saw the camera that does my desk, the actual surface of my desktop. Uh, I didn't go back to the beginning of the RFT stream to see what went on, but he ended like not even 10 o'clock. So I don't know what's going on there. What's up, man? Did Rob hit the wall finally, or I don't know what's going on, but it just comes. I actually went looking to see when he was going to be ending, because even though what I do doesn't really go by what, it's just like with you on Thursday nights, there was kind of like an agreement between you and CHC. You kind of like mutually don't want to go and stomp on each other's time. So I just looked to see if RFT was on. I didn't see him streaming, and this I think was like 10 o'clock at night. And I'm like, where the hell is Rob? Because he always whines that he wants to get Charlani out to the local choke and puke, for life. That's what the truckers call it. That the local the midnight diner, so they can get something to eat. But I mean, this wasn't even 10 o'clock, and he was already off. So I don't know. Well, that leaves me out because my Patreon ran out on, was it the 29th of April? Which it doesn't bother me before you try. It doesn't bother me, because actually my patron or my support or my join that I clicked on, it wasn't to me get a status symbol. It was plain and simple that at that point in time, I had a full-time paycheck and I was helping paying it forward. That's the reason why I always have done it. Nah, don't worry. Don't worry about it, Jathan. Don't worry about it. It will come around. Don't worry about it. Let me mute the microphone so I can yell at my little prissy that's in the dining room. You don't want to hear me yell from here. I'll be right back. And actually, okay, now that I took care of my little prissy, that's about 53 feet away from me right now. I've always wondered how I can calculate that into meters, but then again, I live in the United States. I don't live over in outside of the continental U.S., so I really don't care because I use metric and English at work all day long. I never took to the desire to calculate it and convert it. Anyway, back to what we're doing. Yes, I know you do have Jenny. Jathan, there's some things that I appreciate what you're saying, but there's some things that I have that I don't control the purse strings. And without going into much more detail, if you think of what I just said, I'm not, like I said, I'm not worried about it. My goal, and I'll tell you right now, there's some things that me and Evgeny we have talked about to guide you in the right direction for you to improve yourself, better yourself, and put yourself out in the public limelight where you can go and do what you need to do as a designer. You need to. Biggest thing that I've ever known about people that are in the designing industry, if they can't express their work, okay, well, let's see here. It don't matter who else is in here. Right now, we're showing five viewers. I know that one of them left and was down to 4. Then Jason came back and went back up to 5. Your invite's still good. I did find out from Andy and Nate. They told me outright, you can't cook, eat, and talk at the same time. Half my family is Puerto Rican. Guess what? They can talk and eat at the same time. Trust me. Just don't stand in front of them because every now and then some food comes out. No, we're not going to be mean. No. Me, if Jason, if we would be mean, we would be presenting ourselves at less than what we currently are. What you have to do is you have to think about it this way. We wouldn't discuss it with you if we didn't care. That's plain and simple. We know what you're capable of doing. We know what you've already done. So we need to go and point you, poke you, prod you, guide you
and
in the directions you need to be going.
You.
What, AVG?
I'm thinking about kind of care about you because, yeah, I wouldn't do it like for anybody else.
No, it's that's the biggest thing. A lot of people, and you and I, EVG, you and I talked about stuff which I ain't going to talk about on here because we have 5 people and there's only 3 that I can identify.
Yeah.
And there's some stuff that we talked about that I know what I see, I know what I hear, and I know what I feel. And I don't want to be a part of that.
Yeah, we had a private conversation about that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's too much of that going on. Okay, hold on. Let me rotate my cables here. Okay, now my cables are laying flat. That's the only problem I have with my earbuds. I could do it off my speakers in front of me, but then everybody would get a feedback. Now with my Blue Yeti, I know with my gain turned all the way down, it's immensely better. But it's
Blue
still,
Yeti is pretty cool, Mike.
yeah, but I still hear that metallic whine in the background, which means it's picking up the back feed.
You might have some like noise from the wires or something.
Well, everything's USB, so it's kind of hard for me to get away from that.
It's everything USB, but I know like because Blue Yeti is that mic is running like USB wire is running like way all over to your computer, and then you have a wire running like to your headphone, you have a wire running to. It's like you have a whole bunch of like bundle of wires for monitors and stuff. So that's kind of a noise that you're gonna get.
Well, the biggest thing that I'm looking at after all this is done and everything quiets down in the world, I've looked at the Shure wireless broadcast system, which is a monitor system, which is would be ideal for me. That I can go with a wireless pack that I just put on my clip, and I use ear monitors like this one is, and that would take care of it. Because actually, quite honestly, this right here, this ear monitor doesn't bother me. So it actually would give me a good benefit for while I'm streaming.
Yeah, I don't know what to talk about that. I haven't tried the system, so I know how to get rid like in past editing stuff about like all the noise and all the clicking and all the stuff when I do my videos, but yeah. If you was like if we do the stream, it's not gonna make a much difference because it's not gonna be so obvious.
Let's see here. That's us now. New devices. Yeah, I know you can't hear the audio, but this is my trailer.
Let's see what you did. Okay, you're in a snow biome. You got you got way too close to the guy. Way too close to the guy. No. You didn't keep this distance. No.
Actually, I did this with intentional. Because watch how it ends.
I know how it ends, and you've been way too close. No, you could have killed this guy without any damage.
There's my comments in the.
No, he did it all wrong. Well, yeah. Either I'll have to show you around how to do it right.
Oh, I know it was wrong. I know it was wrong, UVG, but that wasn't. I actually intentionally did that just to make it. You think about it. If you have a teaser trailer,
No, this is a thriller you would do in the same game, but running about like feral away from, I don't know, feral dogs, or away from the pig that you couldn't kill, that's freaking trying to kill you back. That would be even funnier instead of just some random zombie in a frozen biome that you're not able to kill with a club.
what's up, CHC?
Hey, sister.
I got my little dog that's sitting in the other room is whining. So let me see if I can take care of her, and I'll be right back.
Okay. Couldn't find a couple. No. Sleep is overrated. Come on. Who sleeps? Do you sleep? No. Sleep is overrated. Empyrean. He'll sleep when he die, yeah. It's 1:39. It's 3:39. So it's 3:39 and wake up time is what, like 8? It's still enough time to take a cool nap and then do the stuff. Since I cannot get the coins as you guys can.
Okay, I have about 3 minutes to my little Miss Prissy or prima donna, whichever you want to call her, barks. But the thing is, OEVG, think about this. I've only been doing this for what, 2.5 months? How long have you been doing it?
Which one?
Well, editing and laying out of all that stuff.
Maybe for a year or so.
I only have a couple months.
I'm not telling it. I'm good at it. I'm just like pointing the points that would have been better.
Oh, I know that. No, I'm not taking it offensively. I never would do that. There's no reason for me to. No. Misinterpretation, EVG. No, I'm not offended.
No, I didn't say that you were offended. It's like, yeah. I just pointed the points. Like, yeah, that's things I would have done different. That's about it.
Well, that's how all of us learn, including me. I listen to everything that people tell me. And you take everything that you've heard, everything that you learn, you combine them, and that's how you improve. Right. Exactly, CHC. Exactly, Andy. Trial and error. Sometimes it's trial and error. sometimes you go and you try it and you get what's called constructive criticism. Now, some people will take that constructive criticism as sarcasm, but
And some people will
what
take
it,
this offensive.
well, that's just it. They don't look at the source of where it's coming from, so they get offended by it because they take it as sarcasm. No, I have no reason to take it. If I would not know who your name was or what your channel was, yeah, I probably would take it offend. I probably would be offended. I probably would take it as sarcasm. But everybody that's in here right now, hey, we've dealt with and texted and typed and emailed each other numerous times. So no,
Oh yeah.
I want to hear the comments because that's the only way you can improve. If nobody's willing to give you constructive criticism,
It's it's the same as fishing. Pretty much the same as fishing. Like I'm trying to find like couple captains that who have the same background with or something like that, and they give me like tips what to do. It's like when you get on YouTube, initially, nobody's gonna give you any tips, right?
oh hell no, nobody. Hey, he'll just disappear in a couple of weeks. Don't worry about him.
Yeah. So it's pretty much the same in the fishing industry here as well. So I'm trying to. I have a couple captains that I know really good that been fishing like for 25 plus years, and I've been doing that for about 5 years. So I turn to them every single year. It's like, hey, can you give me a tip? And they're nice and they're talking to me. And it's the same. It's like on YouTube, you have to find a group of people who's gonna give you tips, what to do, and how to develop. It's pretty much the same thing.
Well, yeah, it's if you look at it and you compare one to the other, you have the younger generation of those people that are in there are trying to protect their territory, but you got the older ones that have been doing it. Go, hey, I might be able to pull him as an ally and make
Younger
my
generation has to get that there is no competition here
no, there isn't.
because it's what you're competing against. You're
Yourself.
competing against another channel. If somebody likes your channel and likes another channel, it doesn't mean that they're gonna unsubscribe your channel. They're
No.
gonna stick to both. So there is no competition here. You promote each other, you work both ways.
Well, see that's just it. Actually, there is one competition. You're competing against yourself. You're competing against your own ego.
Yeah, maybe against your own ego, but it's in your head. It's your own.
Yeah,
It's your own
exactly.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah, you're just competing against yourself. Is all you're doing.
Because coin hunting couple is we stream when I used to stream. We stream on the same day, and they raid me all the time.
Yeah. They come in on late night when I'm streaming.
Yeah, we're not competition. We're
No.
friends.
Yeah, exactly. Shit, Ray. Nate's in here right now.
Because yeah, we're friends. So like, how can compete about the same guys? We're doing the same stuff. Somebody likes their giveaways better than mine. That's fine. It's not a problem. It's not competition.
A lot of people don't understand it. See, that's the problem. A lot of people don't understand it.
No, lots of people don't get it. Yeah, all eyes look alike. All eyes, I look at it. Yeah, everyone fits off everyone. Yeah, The thing is like, yeah, when I see Coin Hunting Couple, like, sometimes like I'm getting ready to my stream. It's like I want to join Coin Hunting Couple stream, but I can't because I need to get ready for my stream. And then I'm doing my stream, and Coin Hunting Couple is done within like a couple hours. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why you raising me so early? What happened?
Well, see that I mean, if you will look at it, you go Empyrean Label decided to start doing a pre CHC. Hold on, I just got this nasty echo in here. Let me turn this down here a little bit. Apparently, my feedback is coming through my mic. Okay, there we go. That ain't bad. Empyrean, Empyrean. E Pluribus is doing a pre-stream CHC event. That's not, he's not trying to take people off of CHC. There are people that will look at it that way, but there's only one problem.
Yeah, sorry.
E Pluribus is a
sorry, I have to
mod.
break you. Just for the comment of Coin Hunting, when it was in the earlier stages, some people see it as competition apparently. And
Yeah, in the beginning, yeah.
I don't see this competition. I don't see this competition. We have to work all together and be as friends. If you're gonna start to work as competition, there's gonna be some bad blood, and that's gonna be bad for community.
Well, actually, EVG, if you look at the last comment, I think that's the most appropriate comment there is. It's a tailgating party.
It's still gate party, yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it is, because everybody helps everybody to benefit everybody. If you're not willing to help,
I'm not
everybody,
trying to make my channel better so I can beat Coin Hunter Couple. They have their you guys have your own audience.
Yes,
I have
exactly.
my own audience. Other channels have their own audience. I'm not gonna try to beat somebody's like, oh, I'm streaming on Thursday later than Coin Hunter Couple, but I'm way better. Join me. No, that's never will happen. I'm not gonna do that stuff.
There's too many people. Actually, there's not too many people. Let me retract that. Let me apologize. There's enough of the people that have the all about me mentality. This isn't me. It's
not me. It's community.
Yeah,
Somebody
exactly.
who has a mentality about me not gonna survive on YouTube, and somebody who thinks starting the channel like 3 or 4 months ago and thinking they're gonna make shit tons of money off it, no. They're gonna get disappointed.
Nate in here now.
Yeah.
But no, you're EVG. You're correct on that one. It's too many people worry about where they're going to step on somebody else. But the only problem is the people that the toes that they're worried about stepping on are also the toes and hands that help support them.
And the thing is that sucks for me is like I usually stream longer when I have regular stream. I stream longer than Coin Hunting Couple, and they're already done, so I cannot raid them back. It's like they're done. They raided me so many times. I want to raid them back, but they're done. It's like, what the hell? That bothered me so many times. Like it wasn't even funny.
You'll have your chance. I'll be right back. My little dog is barking, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'll be right back.
Okay. But seriously, guys, yeah. You read me so many times, and I was like, when my streams were like ending earlier than usual, I was looking at you like, they're done already. Come on. And the thing is, like, yeah, we're talking about like I'm not looking at you guys as competitors. You're just my friends. Too many kids. Yeah. Well, Nate, I don't know when you're gonna be able to trade me. It's gonna be a while. Not until probably next month. Cause yeah, I did video about that, and yeah, you know what's going on in our state. But yeah, we're still on lockdown until the May 26th. So another like 19 days from now. And just imagine from that, I'll have to drop all the coins. I'll have to place the order for the boxes. So it's another like 2 weeks or so. And yeah, that's why like I was so that like I'm gonna record probably like a pay dirt video, and when I got to my PC, it's like no, I just need to relax because I was doing shit tons of work before. I am not recording a video. Until the amazing cover makes sense again. Yeah, here we go.
Hi.
At least you can get the boxes. That's good. I am not able to get any boxes at all. And I have like probably $3,000 worth of coins just sitting next to me, and there's no way I can get rid of them.
No, I think that's why he's stuck. See, that's where I'm just about at the point where my finances. Now, bear in mind, it's I'm not wanting. And let's just leave it at that. I'm not wanting, but everything that I want to do as far as where we are right now on YouTube, I have to do it out of the funds that are available to me, which is 56 years old. I have an allowance. Okay. My allowance is not like what people would think an allowance is. But then you add on the 3-week furlough, and then my father dying on top of that, it kind of put a very quick halt to everything that I wanted to do. My banks, I can walk into them Monday through Friday. The only other thing my banks did is they cut the extended hours and they cut Saturdays. We do not have drive-throughs. Our banks down here, before this stuff went national, our bank had already cut out drive-throughs because to them it's a waste of time.
Our banks right now here is just a drive-through, and they don't accept any coins.
I can walk into my bank. I can walk into the lobby. I can go into the tellers and everything else.
So maybe I should send you the box. You can cash it out and send the money back to me.
I'm Bank of America. I'm not Wells Fargo, EVG.
No, I have the boxes. I have what, about 5 boxes of coins, like loose coins. So I can pack your box, send you the box. You go into your bank, cash it out, and just send me a transfer or something. It's kind of depressing. Like I know I have 3 grand almost in just loose change that
Well,
I
see,
cannot use.
one big thing is Bank of America won't accept change. I don't have a business, and now if I had a business account, I could do it by a bag. But with Texas, see
Mhm.
now Texas, for me to have a business account, I have to have a Texas business account, which means I also have to have an EIN. I can't sneak it under the radar. As soon as I say I want a business account, my bank reports it to Texas that I'm a Texas business. Now they start asking for their quarterly tax reports.
I see.
See
And
now,
contract a couple. All my banks told me that their vaults are full and they're not working with any delivery companies until the ban is lifted. So all the vaults are full. I have no chance to go anywhere at all.
well, see, okay, Nate asked a question. He says he wonders how many boxes can fit into a box. Shipping would be a killer. Now you and Kalesh had a video, and then you did
And
what?
Clash we had a video. We exchanged the boxes. That's we did there. Yep.
So now
And
actually,
one box actually fits real easy into the medium
yeah, the medium
size
flat.
flat rate.
Yeah,
So
the
it
medium
doesn't
flat
matter.
flat rate.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
It doesn't matter how much it weighs. You just have to pack it really good so it doesn't break. I did a good part on my side. My box didn't break when he got it. When I received his box, yeah, I had a couple broken rolls because he's like a little bit. But yeah, you can ship a $50 box in a flat medium rate. Actually, you might be able to fit like 2 boxes in there.
Well, shit, that live stream you did, I was one of the people that said, hey, how I'll buy them broken rolls as is. I remember that one. I was there.
How many would be in large? Large, Nate. Large is square. In medium,
It's
you have
flat.
2 options. It's square or flat. So when you choose the medium flat, you can easily fit like 1 box for sure, maybe 2. I haven't tried 2, but you might be able to. So you're gonna be just paying the flat price to ship it.
Yeah, the flat square looks like a standard Kennedy $50 box, but with a U.S. postal insignia on it. I mean, dimensions are a little bit different, but that's what it looks like.
No, actually, I didn't use like lots of tape and bubbles. I just used the free newspapers. I just like smooshed them around as like some kind of cushion and push them around the package, around the main thing, the box, and smell it's fine.
See, now I know that my Bank of America that I deal with directly from where I am right now. Okay, here comes Empyrean. Oh, he's playing ninja. Playing ninja with his face mask.
Hey, Imperial.
Now, you know about music too loud after I got two community strikes, or rather, creator strikes last
No,
time.
no. Hey, Imperial. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, he's still got the munchkins running around. See, now I know, EVG, that my Bank of America will accept change if I roll it. Now, what I did not inquire about is whether they would allow me to order sealed boxes of Kennedy halves. Okay, that's one issue. Now,
no candy
and
half because you're ordering just $50, not candy halves. You're ordering $50 cents.
but see, they look at, they're weird about that because I'm in Texas. They go, oh, you got to order. So what kind of business do you have? You're gonna have to have a business account.
Yeah, it's
Now,
Wells Fargo goes for me as well. I have to have business account and I have business, so I'm fine with that.
well, if I have a business account here, I have to declare a business with Texas. But now, in 0.2 of a mile less, I have my credit union, which I've never gone down to.
Oh, credit unions are way easier, and some credit unions might charge you for that. Like I have one credit union that charged me oh shit, I don't remember. It's like maybe $3 per box, something like that. I don't. It's been a while. Yeah, that's all forgetting. It's probably $3 a box or something because they have to pay for the shipping, and it costs them like $3 to ship it.
Well, to me, the shipping cost at this point in time of what we're all experiencing, to me, I wouldn't care. You want the $3? I'll pay the $3.
And just before it was before that stuff. Right now, like all
Yeah.
the banks here is like all closed.
And I'm looking at the community. What can we do? I mean, you and I have discussed many avenues how we can remotely open boxes without having to ship them,
Yeah.
and how we can cash in boxes just by flat rate shipping. There's many avenues that we have discussed that we just need to figure out what we want to do.
Yeah, because like if I don't figure out the way how to get any boxes until like our state is open, I'm not gonna be able to stream until the end of the month for sure. No, I will stream something. I will go online and yeah, we'll do some stuff. I'll stream tomorrow. I'll stream tomorrow for the patrons, and maybe we'll do like some nickel rolls or something, but it's not gonna be the same.
Okay.
And I try different bank. It's all the banks the same in there. I tried like probably 20 banks.
Well, see, yeah, just what Evgeny's talking about, Nate. I can tell you every major bank that I have, there's 5 of them right in my area. And the tellers actually go to whichever bank pays them the most. They're all the same. They all have the same rules. They all have the same stipulations.
Yeah,
My
tried
banks are a little bit more lenient, where they have the little footprints on the ground, and if you walk in the bank without wearing what Empyrean is wearing right now in the video, if you don't have one on, the security guard at the front door will tell you to leave. Oh, I'm a bank customer. He says, I don't give a fuck what you are. Get out.
That's the same at her bank, Bank of Hawaii. If you don't have a mask, they don't let you in, and if you're not a part of the transaction, you have to wait outside the door.
Dude, you know that you're not gonna get anything through like internet, right? So you can take the huge beak out.
Yes, Empyrean. He's being sarcastic. But he's being truthful. You're not going to catch anything through your TV monitor. Especially since we saw your other half with your kid just go walking by. without a
And the kids
mask
talking
on.
about it without mask. Yeah, so
You're talking
I
about
think
the
he's just doing it to do a big show. That's all he's doing. Because you take notice, his hat's on sideways.
She said I'm crooked like that.
and Nate, just yet.
So big.
Say hi, Moana.
See, the way a lot of our businesses down here, they don't look at it, and they'll actually tell you that it's not required, but they
Wanna
would
go through
appreciate. Go ahead.
Yeah, wanna go through drive-through? Just to deposit like rent checks. Drive-through, you put on a window, whatever, like they have there. All the drive-through tellers, they have the masks and the gloves on.
Come on, baby.
See,
And our county was like kind of on the low side. We had like 5 people, 6 people, 10 people, 5, 6, 5, 10. Then we were like on the long side for about like a couple of weeks. It was only about like 10 active cases, and then it spiked today to 18. And that's when people here start panicking about the meat. It's like, you panicking about the meat? I have the gun.
well, the thing that I see that's going on down here is they're not saying it's required when you walk into an establishment. It doesn't matter which grocery store you want to talk about in the area. I've got the names ain't gonna make any sense to you because they're probably local, other than Walmart or Sam's Club. That's
Yeah,
mile and a quarter and a mile away.
But the thing is, like, I have a meat store right next to my corner that's not out of the meat. And people making like panicking about that Myers and Walmart is out of the meat. Like, what the hell? We have Misfels there. We have like couple local stores there who are like have lots of meat in there. And yeah, if I need the meat, I have a gun. Just saying.
That's where you would have an advantage down here with me with EVG because
Andy, EVG had someone try to take away like 9,000 from his account in his PayPal or something like that. EVG will tell you better, but he had to go work it out. I remember he was freaking out. I was freaking out too. Yves will tell you about it. That was a crazy day.
Take your mask off and say it again because I can't really hear you.
No, they're asking about your PayPal if you ever had something go wrong with it. And I'm telling them about that one day. Remember when someone took out like a lot from your account or something?
No, it wasn't from PayPal. It wasn't from PayPal. It was from my credit card.
Oh, I thought it was PayPal.
No, it wasn't PayPal. It was credit card.
Man, these guys are fighting over a baseball bat. They don't even like baseball. Give mommy. I'm gonna use the strawberry.
Okay. Right. Basically, I was just adding 8 and Andy. Yeah, 8 and Andy. Nate and Andy.
Yeah, Corn Hunting Apple. I don't know what you're talking about. No, I don't think I had. I had one. I had like I've been in some channels that I've been trying like to talk to people that's been like not responsive at all. We get notice for donation for 2 boxes. And also I want to support the channel by glory and it's request the money not a donation. Trying to be sneaky. Here you are. No, I haven't. Yeah, I never got those. I've been like in some bigger channels when I was trying to like, talk to people and I didn't get any reactions. But that's for it.
Hopefully, I got the right one.
Go away. Go away, little runner.
Hey, stop it.
He's a runner.
Just remember, there are people here that can translate that to English.
Yeah, we can. Just remember, KGP is watching you.
Want to fight? Get over here.
Say, how that used to go? Shoot, this was what, about 18 years ago. Un momento. Trate exactly how it went. Un momento, por favor, señora, esposa. Un momento. And I look at him and I smile at him. And they realized that the person that they were making fun of in Spanish didn't care because his wife that did and speaks and understands and can write Spanish will be here in a minute. And you'd be amazed at how quiet those tenants got.
Have a good night.
No, I didn't know if I typed it right. Whether you come in or not doesn't matter to me. Because I entered you from my Yahoo account and I just typed it into my Gmail account to kick it over there so I have your address over there. That's the only reason why. If you don't want to, it don't matter.
Actually,
I could work
Judy,
just as well.
I have to have your friend account on Steam. I need to friend you on Steam if you want to stream that Sunday today.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me type this in here. Figure out which. Okay, this is the one that does the fastest. That's my actual name when I play on Steam.
Okay, let me. I'm gonna grab it. Huh. No results found.
Hold on, let me get on.
Which one is your logo?
Where the hell are we at? Because I just moved all my monitors around so everything's where it's not supposed to be. Okay, there's my Steam. It's on my left monitor. Everybody thinks this is so easy. Oh, just click a button. Yeah,
Yep.
right. And now my Steam is updating, verifying installation. You little rat bastard. That's what I was talking about. It's not so much the fact what the system costs. The system is just part of what you use as a tool, but it's all inclusive, and it aggravates everything. Now it says React 55, which is lowercase.
Here we go.
They
What's
say
this one?
that's what they say is actually if what shows up.
Press the link.
Okay, let me go in here. Friends section. Says I only have. There's nobody blocked. Pending invites. Says there's no pending invites. Okay, here we go. You ready? Actually, let me type this. It'd be a lot easier. 109.036 5746. Where the hell's my cursor at? That is my add a friend code. They never make this easy, FJ. You know that.
I know.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
What to do next? Copy, generate new link, whatever.
One new invite. Okay.
No, we'll have to figure out tomorrow. But we're close to it.
Oh, actually, what they're saying my account name is they want my profile name.
Here, let me see one thing.
Because it has you there. It has you there right now.
No. How close I am.
Is it going to pop up for you that's what game I'm launching?
There we go. It should be there. Yep. Now it's Jenny and my wife.
So it's showing you the game that I'm launched, right?
Oh shit, I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on right now. Hold on. Currently in game, 7 days to die. Join game.
Hold on. Mine is loading. Here we go.
This ain't good. I clicked to join the game and I gotta go to the bathroom. This ain't good. Astronauts and cosmonauts have a way around this. I do not.
So I should let you in actually in a few minutes.
Take care, Andy. Sleep well, Nate. We'll see you the next time around.
Bye. Later, Nate. Later, guys.
Yep, later.
And you know, we never grilled Jason. You know, we have the opportunity right now to really explain things to him.
I think I need to start cooking.
No, you're not gonna start cooking. You're gonna stay here. Because you're younger and you're gonna listen for some older fart asses. Because we have more knowledge than you do.
Okay, well, hold that thought. I have to go to the little boy's room. Just because I'm 56 doesn't mean I'm still not a little boy. I'll be right back.
Take your time. How come we can hear the bathroom?
Something like that.
Oh man.
No, I'm going to quit about like 10 minutes or so from now. It's way too early here. And who freaking Elton John commenting on my videos? Like, what the fuck?
Daddy got this from his closet. Daddy.
So, Robot, what time is it?
Okay, I'm back.
I see your break, but yeah, I'm trying to see like how many people here.
Let me go over to here. It says 5 out of 9. The biggest problem I have is I cannot see who is physically here. I can see who is on live chat, which right now shows CHC, Nate, and myself, but it does not show.
I mean regarding the game.
Oh, in the game?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question. Because it does not, it kind of like stopped. It did not go past the.
I rolled it all the way down, but I don't see you as a marker. I guess it's something we'll have to figure out like tomorrow or other day.
Yeah, because if I go to 7 Days to Die, it shows that you are playing 7 Days to Die right now.
Yeah, we'll figure out later. I just close it because it's
Yep.
very
Yep.
late
It
right
shows
now.
that.
How do you guys feel about the UFOs?
I think it's a different topic.
We need to continue the 7 Days to Die tomorrow or sometime in the evening.
Yeah, tomorrow something like day after tomorrow. We'll see. Tomorrow I'll stream tomorrow, so we'll see.
Yeah, let's how about Saturday? Yeah. What Saturday sound good to you?
Yeah, we have to find one day when we can do like private session,
Yep.
so we can work all the things out, and then next day we can do like a public one.
Okay, Jason, we're not forgetting about you. Actually, what we're doing is we're lining all our ducks up in a row. And we're not forgetting
Trying to
about you.
figure out the options, how to keep streaming and how to keep our channels up. This all the shit that's going on.
Exactly, and that's the reason why we want to talk. Yeah, we make it sound like we want to go and we want to grill you. We want to criticize you. We want to put you down. No, we don't. No, that's not what we want to do. We want to make you expand. We want to make you raise yourself up.
You have to work your way out as well, out of the shit as well.
The
If you can
world
make it
the
out,
world cannot raise you up. You have to
can
raise you
better.
up.
Yep. The thing is like there's a challenge. If you can make through this challenge, you'll be better. If you can't make it through the challenge, then you're not supposed to be here. Like not supposed to be here, but you're not supposed to be like in this business. What are you trying to do? I have lots of challenges in my business right now, and it's not so funny.
You remember how I had discussed as far as your YouTube channel, you need to make that as your avenue of advertising for your business.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that we're talking about right now. Yeah, everybody looks at YouTube, they go, oh, well, that's a bunch of kiddies on there. But there's also a lot of professionals that look at that.
Yeah, a bunch of kids professionals looking at that, and dude, don't provide work without watermark to somebody else until they pay you.
You know that's how I do it. I just never did it when it came to YouTube. I never did it like that because the actual price, the actual rate, like not even half of that rate, that price, people were freaking out. So when I asked for a price, I maybe I'll ask for a quarter of really what it's supposed to be, and maybe not even get a quarter.
You shouldn't be like I ask. You should be more confident about that shit. You should say that. Okay, my work costs $300. That's it, or $600. That's it. You come up with a flat price.
Yeah.
Whatever I hear in your voice, yeah, you might be a good fighter, but you're not a freaking sell person. This one, that's just kills the deal.
EVG.
I agree. Yeah, the approach is the approach matters.
Jason, wait. Evgeny.
Yeah.
We want to do this on a private three-way? Because I feel that he might feel apprehensive to voice his opinion in public because we don't know who's here.
I'm not gonna do it right now, but we can do a private chat later on. Because right now, I'm gonna go to sleep, but we can schedule a private chat like in a day or two or so. Not tomorrow because I'm streaming, maybe after the stream.
But we need to get your self confidence up, Jason. That's what we see. Yeah, there are gonna be a lot of people that are gonna tell you yet. But that's business. That's the way it is.
Yeah, you're gonna be burned a lot, and that's happens,
Yeah.
and you'll get used to it.
But those people that are willing to go and say, yes, your work is quality work. Yes, I will put it out.
His work,
That's the reason.
his quality work. Yeah,
Go
you're doing
ahead.
a really great job, but you don't have to spread out. Don't just go around like different channels. Lots of people are gonna like scam you.
Yeah,
You have
right.
to have everything in space. Okay, you have to have like contract in space. You have to have. It's like there are lots of shit that has to go like all together, and you jumping the loops. Because you're jumping the loops, you're getting burned.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's a lot of the aspects of the business world where you're getting into the gray area where you don't really want to get into.
Because yeah, you think it's like, yeah, I'll do the work for this guy. Maybe he'll be good one. Yeah, I paid you for your job. But then you jump to another guy and you got burned. You got another guy, you got burned. You didn't have a proper contract. You didn't have any proper paperwork. You didn't have any proper anything.
Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly what happened.
Well, so you have to bear in mind that's what we're seeing. That's why we're talking with you.
Happened to you. That's what the Jeff saw happen to you. And it was obvious. You just jumped your heads into believing into every human being, but every human being is a freaking lying piece of shit.
Yeah,
It's
that's
pretty
exactly.
much it. So if you want to continue business doing like what you want to do and what you love to do, we can try and help you doing that stuff. But yeah, don't do it like just jumping the stuff. You'll have to take a slower approach.
Yeah.
Now, some of the quick things I can say, because probably at 4:35, Evgeny wants to go to bed.
No, I'm going to bed already, so yeah.
Yeah.
I stayed a little bit way longer than I wanted to because yeah, Imperium just showed up and I wanted to tell him what I think about it. And I don't like Imperium was sending me like his art, and I was Imperium. I wasn't using your art because I don't, not because I don't like it, just because I don't want to use it in my advantage. I don't have any contracts with you. I told you that I have like a couple pieces of art that I like. I paid for them, and that's it. If I like something else, I might pay for them. I'm not gonna use you as a match like, oh, dude, send me something else for next stream or send me something else for my next video. No, I'm not gonna do that.
No, but see, you're different though. It's different for you because I don't really look at it as like that. But everybody else, yeah. But you, it's just you're my brother, and
I know that, but you still have to make money. You have to support your family. So forget about me. If I'll request you to do something, then it's gonna be different story.
I know, but I don't want to forget about the first person that thought of me. It's
If
different.
I request you to do something, then we'll work something. I don't want you to send me any work if I don't request. Okay?
See
No, but I want you.
what you need to look at, Jathan, is your business needs to be a contractual obligation,
If I
whether it be verbal or physical.
yeah, if I ask you to send me something, will work out. Don't volunteer to send me anything. You have other things to work out with other channels, other people. I have a couple. Let's say it's like what's logos that I can work around with. That's fine. If I need something else, I'll contact you. You need to work around with work like and get like group of people. That's yeah. That will pay you. I paid you for the craft that you didn't even ask me to do. So that's about it.
Now, what we're trying to do is guide you in the direction of a business. See, what you're thinking of is YouTube. We're not looking at YouTube. We're looking at your end of it as a business. And that's what we're talking about.
I hear you.
Because if you look at it saying that, well, I need to do this or I need to do that, everybody in the world does right now.
If any business was easy, everybody would do it.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Here, I mean, we all three of us go out into the coin hunting community. Hey, Jason, can you
Yes.
get a sealed box of Kennedy $50 right now?
Right now, the second? No.
Yeah.
No. But, mommy, we can get a box of $50. They don't have boxes. Only bags. And right now, the only thing available is what's in the deposit. So from all the companies that are open, the minimal companies that are open, what they bring in is what I'm able to get, which is like only rolls. I already gone through all the rolls in the vault already.
That's my point. That's my point.
There's one other guy here in Guam that's doing it. I know for sure.
You can only do as much as that you have the ability to do. That's the reason why I said it with Evgeny here. If the facilities are not available, you just can't do it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter whether you want to or not. Doesn't matter. If the facilities are not there, your abilities cannot be done. So you have to wait. It's a very sucky situation, but you still have to wait.
And even the way he does it, how you have to make a request and then wait. That's the way it is here, or at the bank that she works at. You have to
wait, or you have to switch to something else.
Yeah. So every time I get something, I have to make a request.
And you can switch to something else. You know it. You can switch to freaking graphic design, right?
Yeah.
So, what the hell are you complaining about?
Pick up your toys. Clean up. Yeah, you're right. Of course you're right. Come on, baby.
Now, the biggest thing, Jathan, we're not doing this for our ego.
I know.
No, there's nothing
We
wrong.
have
No, I'm
been
justifying.
down the same road you are many years ago. Same road.
Mom, can you open this?
No, you can do graphic design and complain about it, right?
Yeah.
Can you open this?
You have people that didn't pay you, right?
Open it.
Yep. A lot.
Why you didn't take the prepayment?
I'm stupid. I knew it too before I did it too. I knew it was a possibility.
You knew those possibility. Why didn't you take a prepayment? Why didn't you take, like, I don't know, at least 25% or something, at least for your time? And why you didn't put the watermark on your work when you send them?
Dumb. Shouldn't have just said because I'm dumb.
You should have put a watermark on your work when you send them for approval, because they can't use it without, like, after you remove, right?
Yeah. Yes. No, you know
There
what?
you go, Jason.
That's the way I usually do it. Normally, but with YouTube,
It's you usually do it normally, but then you got into this, like, YouTube community. That's a huge community. There are lots of nice people, and there's lots of, unfortunately, shitty people.
yeah, which I now know.
So what you did, you could have made some money.
If I did it the right way, yeah.
You try to do it right way, and I get it. You try to do it right way, and there have been a few people who took advantage of you.
Yeah.
No, open this.
And yeah, your daughter is cool. She's pretty good.
Severshashenka. Yeah. That's Alexander's daddy.
Too bad my daughter is sleeping. I'm not gonna wake her up at this time, but she would love you there for sure.
That's Alexander's
But
daddy.
if you look at those pictures, because I turned my speaker on so I could hear everybody. But those two little pictures that I showed, those are my granddaughters. Those are my grandbabies.
Wow.
I look at my grandchildren as my own children.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna call it. It's almost 5 in the morning.
Yep.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be there.
Yeah, see you guys tomorrow. It's
Yep. See
way
you tomorrow,
too-
Denny.
Yeah.
Thank you. We'll continue this again. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
bro.
Yep. Let's
Thank you,
call
see
it
you guys.
quits.
Yeah.
Later.
Once the glue is dry, go ahead and cut the same side so that it's split open. Some sharp scissors or pliers should